Yo, alright, so, um, my name is Juliano Genti, and, you might be wondering, where's my anonymous friend, or even my friend Brian, or, you know, star-studded feature, like, No Chill MMA, Good Noodle, or Paradox to Chad. They're not here, and Aisha is. And the reason for that is that she took took the liberty of spending her 6.5 hour flight from New York to LA actually researching this card. Which is crazy. Like, actually. Like,
I didn't spend the entire time researching.
yeah, but like
I spent
your spreadsheets.
I have notes. I don't have a spreadsheet.
That looks like a spreadsheet.
That's not a spreadsheet. That's a chart.
It's a chart. Okay. It's crazy. It's like a Bodak's AI thing, except it's probably gonna be more accurate. Alright, yo.
Hopefully.
UFC Fight Night, Vettori versus Dolidze 2. A lot of people have fucking problems with this card. What?
Who? Oh.
That's the name of the event overall. Yeah, so like a lot of people have problems with this card just because people have problems with fight nights and Apex cards. They tend to go on and on about how the Apex needs to stop, and as if that they would prefer another MMA promotion which doesn't exist every Saturday. This card has a couple of fights that are less worth caring about than others, but then it has a
lot of fights.
It has a lot of fights relative to the last two cards, which got cut down to 10 fights each. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of research, which is actually crazy. Like I would never. Oh shit. All right. So. So as per used for my prediction videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to say the name of the first fight. So.
I can't pronounce that. Yuneisy Duben versus Carli Judice.
I think it's Judice. Like
Judice.
Yeah. So,
that's not how you spell Judice, by the way. Judice.
It doesn't say Judice, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, okay, so. This fight, basically, so the betting lines, which I fucking try not to pay attention to, but, like, I mean, they're staring me in the face, have Judice as a massive favorite, which, I mean, you know, it does remind me of Fatima Klein versus Judikova, although Klein was obviously going to win. This fight, honestly, I mean, Judice is 3-2, which is a record that only a woman could have in the UFC. But regardless, she has had one UFC fight where she took Gabriela Hernandez to a split decision. Hernandez, if you don't remember, went on to have, I think, one of them, maybe the largest upset victory, at least by finish, in at least women's division UFC. When she knocked out Wang Kong from the Macau card last year. But Carli Judice, before that, she lost her Contender Series fight. By split decision. It was a pretty close fight. Before that, she had 3 fights, all first round knockouts against 0-0 opponents, basically. The thing is, she's already fought in the UFC, and that can basically be the deciding factor. You know, when you have somebody debuting off the Contender Series, like Cody Steele against Rong Zhu, which, everybody had Cody Steele, except for me. And then I changed my pick at the last minute, and I paid dearly. So, anyway, Yuneisy Duben, though. She's fought in better promotions regionally, and also held a belt in 300 Sparta, which is moving, but like still a small promotion. The thing about her is her Contender Series fight was crazy. Crazy in that, like, you know, she had a crazy upset with a first round knockout. Just flatline KO'd, what was her name? Clark. Shannon Clark, who, like, you know, who's a massive favorite. Why she was a massive favorite, I can't honestly remember. I knew at the time, but, you know, what's important about this, about that fight, and looking at this fight, is that basically, the grappling on Judice is virtually non-existent, whereas which would be, I should say, the only threat to Duben, right? Especially in her first fight in the octagon. I mean, she's shorter by 3 inches. She has 3-inch reach disadvantage, but she has knockout power. She gets in close and strikes with power. I feel like if she doesn't knock Judice out, she'll, you know, probably shove her around the octagon. I mean, it's hard to know. I mean, it's hard to know what Judice is going to do. And, you know, it's one of those fights, WMMA, you know. You know, I hate the way people bitch about WMMA being so unpredictable, but this one is more or less, but I'm gonna take Duben. You have notes?
Yeah, I take Duben too.
Why do you take
Duben? I take Duben because
strengths, weaknesses.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got.
She like overwhelms her opponents early. 5 out of 6 wins. 1 by submission.
Oh yeah, she does have a submission.
Yeah.
Actually,
then,
oh wow, she has a submission, yeah.
And Judice, like, she didn't fight anybody at a UFC level.
Well, I mean, she has fought in the octagon. Hernandez.
But
oh, you mean regionally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's new for her.
Yeah, she
struggles at a UFC level.
I mean, yeah, she lost the Contender Series fight. I mean, they were both really close.
I don't think she's going to be ready for Duben.
Interesting. And yeah, Duben's debuting. But yeah, no.
5 out of her 6 wins in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, I mean.
And she's like pretty aggressive.
She is very aggressive.
I think she's going to neutralize her reach. I don't think she's going to.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
set up.
What is actually, you know what?
I don't think she's going to get, like, I don't think she's going to let Judice get long range strikes in.
Yeah. Hold on, let me see
something. The potential upset scenario that I predict is that
this is insane. I love that you
if she can get the superior reach and get some technical strikes, then she can potentially
just like point fight.
Yeah, get Duben in 3 rounds.
I mean, yeah, like point fight, like outstrike her and shit, yeah. So, okay, hold on.
Or if she drags her, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
fucking deep in.
So
she might take over.
Duben's opponent that she knocked out, she has, what was her fucking, yeah, they don't have her stats person. Topology would, but no.
And she struggles with close fights.
I mean, well, yeah, I mean, she had, like, you're saying that, yeah, the 2 split decisions, but, I mean, yeah, I mean, Duben's, like, you know, everyone looks good coming off the Contender Series, right?
Wow, you just want both?
That one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna live forever. Fucking.
You're gonna die, Julian.
Alright, Fight Fairy. Shout out to Fight Fairy trying to get me to quit smoking against my will.
Yeah, you should.
Shut up. Fucking, alright, yeah. Alright, like, I mean, for fuck's sake, like, how much time am I gonna spend on this fight? But I do want to see one thing, which is fucking, Judice's opponent's fucking, record, the one, her opponent in the Contender Series. Not Judice, Duben's opponent in the Contender Series. So, she had, here we go. Shannon Clark.
Yeah, she has a reach advantage, but I don't think it'll
No,
matter.
yeah, not that.
She's also like, Duben's like, she has a durability.
That's what, here, I'm just looking at her contender series, because her contender series opponent's the only real opponent she's ever fought, so, like, I mean, I'm taking Duben.
Yep.
It's gonna be a nice upset in WMMA. How fucking...
She also looks badass.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
So, I hate blondes. I'll never pick a blonde.
really?
Well, that maybe.
Not
I don't
even,
know. I don't know. I don't know what the others look like.
Not even, Shevchenko? Shevchenko's a
I
champion.
don't even know what the fuck that is.
True.
So.
But you do have notes for this.
I do have notes.
And that's what's important.
Yes.
Fucking, alright.
I did the research on the plane, so I couldn't watch any tapes or look at any pictures.
Okay. Next fight is...
Okay, next fight is, Priscila Chachoeira versus Josiane Nunes.
Josiane Nunes is super short for women's bantamweight. 5'2", right? She has a reach that's 67 inches. So her opponent's 5 inches taller with a 2-inch reach disadvantage, which, like, just that on paper, like, somebody who's taller with a shorter reach is a disadvantage. It's purely on paper. When you're dealing with MMA, that doesn't necessarily matter, although it can. The reason that Josiane Nunes is probably gonna win this fight is that
Who?
Josiane Nunes.
I disagree.
Gee.
Yeah.
Well, so Josiane Nunes, I mean, she strikes with a lot of power. Her losses, Chelsea Chandler, who misses weight all the time and just fucking, just fat asses her way to certain decision wins. Beat her, but Jacqueline Cavalcanti won a split decision against her, which was, arguably controversial, as many split decisions in WMMA are. But she's on a 3-fight win streak, including a knockout in the UFC. Priscila Chachoeira is basically, she's lost to really good opponents. Jasmine Jasudavicius. Subbed to that was one of the most brutal fights, aside from like Amanda Nunes versus Juliana Pena, the second one.
Mm-hmm.
There's more blood on the octagon than any other like women's fight. She, for 3 rounds, almost all 3 rounds, Priscila Chachoeira was like brutally assaulted, and then submitted, and finally just put out of her misery. Before that, Miranda Maverick submitted her also in the 3rd round. She beat Ariana De Silva with like kind of a lucky first round knockout. Jillian Robertson submitted her in the 1st round. So like all 3 of like those losses are respectable. But and she's been in the UFC for longer. But I mean, she came into the UFC. Valentina Shevchenko is the champion, submitted her. Molly McCann beat her by decision. Lana Carolina, who was supposed to fight a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, 3 submission losses.
Yeah, but like the people she's lost to are good.
Yeah, exactly.
The people she's beaten.
She struggles with well-rounded fighters.
Yeah, she knocked out Ariana De Silva. That's definitely something. She just like, I don't know. Priscila
Didn't you say that was lucky?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
It's like I don't think when people say that certain things are flukes. I mean, unless you're talking about like Curtis Blades getting a TKO over Tom Aspinall because Aspinall like slipped and broke his leg basically. Josiane Nunes, she just like, she her center of gravity is lower. She's not gonna be able to be taken down. She also
So cool.
she's just a crazy striker. I mean, I'm gonna take Nunes, but you're taking Chachoeira because...
I'm taking Chachoeira because, I think she does better in brawls, and I think she has the knockout power to overwhelm her. And...
Because that one knockout?
Yeah, I think she, like... She's, like, able to take damage to land big shots.
You think she just runs up on her? Just...
Yeah, I think she can do it. And she's beating people that are stronger than Nunes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Ariane just low?
I guess. I don't know. I did, like, 2 hours of research.
Yeah.
And you've been doing this for a long time.
I certainly have. But...
I think Chachoeira's gonna win. By knockout.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to bet that.
I'm not betting. I don't bet.
Yeah, she lost the bet to me yesterday.
About a fucking plane.
No, not about a plane, about whether or not I would be at the airport on time. About a fucking plane. And it got in early. Which makes me even...
Yeah, but I had to pee.
So
that's why.
Yeah, but like that evens out with like when the flight was supposed to go in. So like, yeah, it just makes me things all around.
I think Nunes could win if she, picks her shots wisely, and I think if Nunes timed her punches well, she could potentially overpower Chachoeira's aggression. But I'm going to go with Chachoeira. And I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that.
No, it's Chachoeira. It's Chachoeira. It's like capoeira, the Brazilian art of dance fighting.
Capoeira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, alright, yeah, Josiane Nunes is my pick, but...
Chachoeira is mine. And I will be right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm sure Lane agrees with you, with her Brazilian roots.
Cool.
Alright.
Go Lane.
Next fight.
Lima.
You got it.
Oh, I gotta read it.
Yeah.
Danielle Barez versus Andre Lima. Okay, what are your takes?
Andre Lima is definitely a lock. Andre Lima's been, so, what is this? This is his 4th UFC fight. His first fight, he was beaten by Igor Severino, who was then disallowed from,
bites not allowed?
No, they're not allowed. And they paid $50,000 to they gave a performance bonus, one of a kind performance bonus to Andre Lima for having received the bite of the night.
Nice.
Because it rhymes with fight. Yeah.
Bite night.
So yeah, he fucking
They should do a bite night.
He won by disqualification against Igor Severino, but who later turned up on a rising card and won. But after that, he fought Mitch Raposo. He pieced this dude up. It was a 30-27. This UFC 302 card was that was one of 3 split decisions where like the judges were completely corrupt. The other 2 fights were Cesar Almeida versus Roman Kopylov, and then Sean Strickland versus Paulo Costa. Some judge gave 4 rounds to Costa. So that split decision is really unanimous.
Yep.
And then Felipe dos Santos, who actually had a good fight against Manel Kape. I mean, he lost, but, and then he won a robbery split decision after that, and then he was just completely destroyed by Lima. Daniel Barez I took in his last fight, and he did win, but he's just like... So, Daniel Barez, basically, he has a kind of like a boxing heavy style. He was subbed by, Rafael Filo, Rafael Filo, who is like, it's my translator.
Oh.
Yeah, it fucking makes noise and shit. I just let it happen. Yeah, Filo is actually like a goddamn jiu-jitsu like expert, but he beat Victor Altamirano in like a fight that was pretty close, honestly. Barez is mostly a striker. He really doesn't have anything for he really doesn't have anything for Lima's jiu-jitsu. I honestly don't even think he's as good a striker as Lima. And, you know, Lima's just better.
Yeah.
10-0. He remained undefeated coming into the UFC. This is his 4th UFC fight. He's on the way up, honestly, for the division.
Yep.
Yeah?
I agree.
Nice.
I think Lima's gonna win. I think he has I think he's a better striker. He can,
He can strike.
he can fucking he can go the distance, I guess.
You think he gets of course he can go the distance. You think he gets a finish though?
I think it's a decision or a knockout. Like late rounds.
It's a 3-round fight, so
Yeah, like either round 2 or 3.
yeah.
And
You could knock him out.
I think he's better. He has better cardio and he has a better fight IQ. So he can.
Yeah, definitely.
He can wear him down.
Yeah, Lima's a lock. He's
Yeah.
absolutely a lock. All right. So,
And he has an undefeated record.
Yeah. Yeah, which
so he's coming in with confidence.
I mean, sure. I mean, you would imagine that fighter goes into unless it's Anthony Smith, or struggling with staph infection, which just still pisses me off. All right. Next fight.
Next fight is back to the women's.
Yeah, finally.
Luciano.
Finally the last one.
Stephanie Luciano
Mm-hmm.
and Sam Hughes
Versus Sam
versus Sam Hughes.
They are fighting.
They're fighting.
Yeah, they're trying to kill each other. It's not like.
And Sam Hughes is a pretty one. No. Luciano is a pretty
neither
one.
one of them is a pretty one.
No, Luciano's pretty pretty.
If I had to, but I don't, So,
Yeah, Luciano's beautiful. Look at her. She's gorgeous.
You don't believe words. She's not.
Yeah.
She isn't.
Why would I say the words if I don't believe them?
She
has a nice face.
Sure. For sure.
And a nice body.
No, you changed my mind.
Yeah.
She's
hot.
Are
you being sarcastic?
No, I'm not being sarcastic at all.
Yeah, she's hot.
No, she isn't. Not even close.
Okay, whatever.
I thought you hated blonde women.
She's not blonde.
Sure she is.
No, that's brown hair. I'm talking about blondes, blonde, yellow fucking white bitches. I don't like those.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that why? Because they're supposed to be more fun or whatever?
This doesn't work.
Oh. Texture?
Yeah. Blondes don't have more fun.
No?
No.
You got a bunch of miserable blonde bitches?
No, I know a bunch of... I can't say the word faggot.
Sure you can.
I know a bunch of faggot white bitches.
Yeah, so, Luciano's gonna beat Sam Hughes. Although, actually, okay.
I disagree.
Yeah, honestly, this fight is annoying. Sam Hughes in her last fight, right? She beat undefeated, bitch. Who was it? Judikova, yeah, Victoria Judikova. She, who proceeded to get, just brutally knocked out by, Fatima Klein on the first card of the year. That was a split decision win. Before that, she lost to Yasmin Nuregui, which is, yeah. Which is,
Thanks.
Which is, fine, actually. She lost to Uruguay. She beat Jacqueline Anarim. Yeah, she lost to Pierre Rodriguez, which is, that's the girl that headbutted her opponent and got disqualified.
Sam just looks like a fucking monster.
Yeah, I mean, she can brawl for sure. She did knock out Elise Reed. Checking it here. So, alright, so real talk, fucking Luciano. She probably says Luciano, but it's Luciano. In the time. We got
Working.
Yeah, Luciano's gonna win, I think.
No,
And
I
you
think
think
Sam
Sam
Hughes
Hughes
is
is
gonna
gonna-
win.
You might be right, actually. I mean, the thing is with Luciano, I mean,
She's fought better opponents, and she
Yeah, I
can
mean,
handle
she
high
has.
pressure situations.
She has. She's definitely brawled her way out of, losses before. Luciano strikes hard though, and she had.
But Hughes has better takedowns.
I mean, does she?
Yeah.
She did take down Dudikova.
But Luciano's good at Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Yeah, Muay Thai. So the thing about that is that, like,
And she has a slight height advantage.
Yeah, that's insignificant. So
But it helps her striking range, no?
No.
Okay.
Height doesn't. Reach would. Oh my god. Reach does occasionally, but I mean, like, yeah.
What's the reach?
She's
Where
an
is it? I don't see it.
inch and a half. Reach range.
Okay, that
It's
doesn't.
it's the height and reach are insignificant for the most part, especially the way that both of them fight. Sam Hughes is basically gonna be more aggressive. Luciano's probably gonna throw leg kicks. She's has a more kick heavy striking style. Like, the fighting style of saying Muay Thai. I mean, the ESPN bases that on, like, where they've trained and shit. But yeah, no, I mean, actually though, I could see Luciano, getting huge in a Muay Thai clinch and throwing knees to the body, which, I mean, in this fight, which is almost certainly gonna go to decision, although don't bet over unders, kids.
I also think it's gonna go to decision.
Yeah, I mean, still, don't bet over unders, kids. Don't do that.
Hughes has better experience. She has better grappling,
Right.
and she has a better fight IQ.
Does she have better grappling?
Yeah.
I mean, she's definitely,
She grapples effectively. She's like a well-rounded opponent.
Sure. I think Luciano's gonna win. But
Yeah.
if you're right, I'll look stupid. Kind of. Not really, but a little
No,
bit.
you will.
Yeah. Alright. So do you want to bet on that one?
No, I'm not betting on any of these.
See?
I discourage betting.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't bet, guys.
don't bet against me.
Don't bet in general.
I mean, there's a man.
Betting is bad for you.
There's a man named gambling is bad for you. Betting can be great for all parties sometimes, but like, for example, there's a man named Bodak who oh wow, I literally just got a message from Paradox, the Chad, who is
We love Paradox.
Yeah, no, Paradox literally just DM'd me saying he's taking Judice and he's taking Waldo Cortes-Acosta, which I will get to I'll get there when I get there. He's definitely losing that. But anyway, next fight.
Carlos Vera versus Josias Musasa.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a dangerous fight to take Musasa on as a lock, because even though the odds makers have him as a minus 950 favorite, he's fought virtually only nothing opponents, and he's basically a
Who are
purely
you
a
talking
strike.
about?
Musasa.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. His opponent once again, he's coming straight off the Contender Series. He's never fought the actual octagon, but he and like, after a series of just like brutal knockouts, right? His first, even his Contender Series fight, went to a split decision.
Yep.
He's definitely got knockout power.
For sure.
The problem is
7 out of 8 wins by knockout.
yeah. The
problem. The KO wizard.
Yeah. The problem is with Carlos. So Carlos Vera, Carlos Vera is tricky because he's
been
coming
doing it for a while.
He came in off Fury. Yeah, his gym is like, yeah, I mean, yeah.
He's 37. Jesus Christ.
That doesn't matter.
No, retire.
No. He's not a Tony Ferguson, 37.
He's lost.
Yeah, he lost.
He's lost his recent stuff.
No, he lost. Okay, so like, he lost in the UFC. His one fight in the UFC. He lost to Rinya Nakamura, which was a very
February 17th, 2024.
Yeah, those are very
based on my notes.
Yeah, you can also just check that. But also, I remember that fight, and no, that was a way more competitive fight than anyone thought it was gonna be. If Vera manages to make this a grappling fight, he could submit Musasa.
He's only had one win by knockout.
Doesn't matter. He could.
But that just means he's doesn't have much striking power.
He doesn't need it if he takes it to the ground and submits Musasa. But I'm going to take.
He does have submission skills, right?
I'm going to take Musasa based on the fact that I think Vera's gonna at least start off having to, he's gonna have to shoot a takedown, which Musasa, watching some of his regional fights, he does seem to have the ability to stuff takedowns.
Oh shit.
Not at Barez level, but hey, can you burn my dust down, please? Fucking alright, yeah.
You don't have fucking wet wipes?
Somewhere. Yeah, no. So yeah, it's gonna be all it's gonna be all a matter of whether or not Musasa can essentially just knock him out early. Or if he just has really impressive takedown defense. Vera's really fast, and the way he scrambled, against Rinya Nakamura was crazy, actually. No one saw that being as competitive a fight as it was. Yep. So, I'm gonna take Musasa, although Vera could pull off an upset, so I'm definitely not locking Musasa. But
I say Musasa. I think it's going to be a knockout. I think it's going to be early. And I say that because he has striking advantage and he's younger.
He's younger?
Yeah. And he's black.
Yeah, true that. He's not just black, he's African.
Yeah, exactly. But I think
my good friend Matua.
Yeah, I think if Vera can get Musasa on the if he can get a submission, then
yeah, if he takes it to the ground,
it's over.
Okay.
Or if he slows down the fight, I think it could fuck Musasa up.
Well, Musasa's cardio is gonna not be as good as Vera's, but
yeah. So if he slows it down, I think he has a chance. Next fight. Seung-woo versus AJ Cunningham.
Alright, so AJ Cunningham is a poor, so he was beaten into submission by Ludovic Klein, and he survived the first round against Ludovic Klein. I don't remember if that was a short notice fight or not, but I do also remember that he was knocked out in his Contender Series fight, and then he had a knockout against an 0-1 opponent after that, and then the UFC just signed him as if they need more bantamweights. Wait, did I say bantamweights?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. How is he fighting Ludovic Klein? Wait, am I stupid?
Wait, what? Yeah, no, it is bantam.
Yeah, Ludovic Klein.
Bantam?
Bantam. Yeah, this is a bantamweight fight. Yeah, Cunningham's cutting down 2 weight classes to fight Seung-woo, who is clear. He was headed for the rankings for sure. And yeah, that's insane. I didn't even realize that. So yeah, Seung-woo is shorter with a reach disadvantage. Doesn't even matter at all. This is so open and shut. I think. He's coming off road to UFC, which is arguably of Contender Series and Ultimate Fighter, and road to UFC produces some of the most formidable people. But his one UFC fight was Yeah, that was on the on Figueroa Macau card. Yeah, he fought this guy. Yeah, I remember this fight. Yeah, he's gonna win. Seung-woo, like definitely, without question at all.
Yeah.
Like absolutely.
Yep.
And this next fight, I'm excited for. I'm excited for this next fight.
Waldo Cortes-Acosta versus Ryan Spann. They're giant.
Ryan Spann.
They're fucking giant.
Ryan Spann.
262 pounds.
Yeah, that's heavyweight. He won't be 205. He's going up to heavyweight. So Waldo Cortes-Acosta. Let me explain why Waldo Cortes-Acosta, needs to be issued rough justice. Waldo Cortes-Acosta, is now ranked, which is somewhat criminal, although the heavyweight division is struggling at the present moment. The thing about Cortes-Acosta is not only that, one of my childhood idols, Rebellis to Spain, was laid on top of by his fat ass, but and he can't even really grapple. But you take a closer look at his record, and he has these wins, but they're against the worst opponents ever. Lucas Bresky is really let's see. Let me just take So basically in the UFC, his only finish is against Lucas Bresky, who might be the only, well, not the only worst heavyweight, but probably the worst heavyweight. I think he's on a five fight losing streak that might be interrupted by that win against Walter Walker, which is he lost to Marcus Rogerio de Lima, who's honestly the only even adequate opponent he ever fought. The Arlovsky fight was ridiculously close, and and then Rebellis to Spain, he exposed Rebellis to Spain for having no grappling. You'd think he would, but Cortes-Acosta has yet to face a real opponent, to be honest, and except for Rogerio de Lima, who won, and that's his only loss. So Ryan Spann, right? If you look at Ryan Spann, moving up to heavyweight from light heavyweight, right? Ryan Spann's an actual grappler with knockout power. Cutting down to 205 may or may not be the reason that he had close fights that he lost with Anthony Smith and a few others. But there's another fighter, Kennedy Nchikwu, who was just getting thrashed at light heavyweight. In his last light heavyweight fight, he lost a split decision to 43 or whatever year old Vince St. Preux, who just looked terrible and shouldn't have been fighting anymore. Vince St. Preux's next fight was against Ryan Spann at light heavyweight, who submitted him into retirement. And so Kennedy goes up to heavyweight, and it's he fought Chris Barnett, who broke his ankle literally right before the fight started by jumping up and down.
Oh my god,
an idiot. And then he also knocked out Lucas Bresky, the worst. But point is, Kenny Nchikwu looks way better at heavyweight. He loses split decision to OSP. This is MMA math, which doesn't work, or hardly works ever. But in this case, Ryan Spann going to heavyweight. Cortes-Acosta can't grapple, honestly.
Yeah.
He's not particularly powerful. He's he's kind of just mediocre. He's just a mediocrity
Wait,
embodied.
who'd you pick?
Ryan Spann.
Really?
Oh yeah. Ryan Spann is an actual grappler. He has knockout power for sure, but he could take Cortes-Acosta anywhere he wants him. He's gonna be able to take him down. He's gonna be able to he'll take him down and submit him, or he'll knock him out, and it'll be quick and clean.
Okay.
And justice will be brought.
I said Acosta.
Did you?
I said unanimous. I think he has high volume striking. That's gonna outpace Spann.
His strikes are pillow soft.
And
He's gonna
he has
outpace
experience at heavyweight.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but
The
he has
upset situation is what you talked about. Like,
yeah, he
his
has
grappling.
his experience at heavyweight against all like nothing fighters except the one that he lost to, and even that guy's not great. Derek Lewis knocked that guy out with a flying knee in like 30 seconds. But
I think Spann can win if he gets a takedown.
I mean, yeah, if he gets a takedown, he could win on the feet too.
With
I think
the submission.
I really want to lock Spann, but that'll be my betting advice video. How long is this? Oh, yo, next fight. Next fight is good as well.
I can't say this.
You can't say that? Try it.
Seung-woo-Choi.
Close enough. Seung-woo-Choi versus Kevin Vallejos.
Seung-woo-Choi, Kevin Vallejos.
Versus. Try it again.
How do I say his name?
Seung-woo-Choi. Alright, go.
Seung-woo-Choi versus Kevin Vallejos. Okay.
Very good.
Thanks.
Yeah. You earned the head of this fight.
Who do you pick?
Obviously Kevin Vallejos.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's nothing like. There's.
All right. I said Choi.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Please elaborate.
I didn't do as much research on these later cards because I ran out of time.
These later cards, you mean
the fucking whatever, the later fights.
The later fights, meaning like the the more important ones. Like, yeah, no. So, yeah, Troy.
I ran out of time.
It's okay.
Yeah, Troy.
I didn't even expect you.
Unanimous decision. I think he has more UFC experience.
Yeah, he does have more UFC experience being
better
throttled
prepared.
around. Steve Garcia cleaned him out. He beat Yarno Aarons, basically circling around and point fighting. Before that, he was knocked out by Triziano.
He has a Muay Thai experience.
I mean,
and I think that can neutralize Vallejos' aggression.
It's gonna neutralize Kevin Vallejos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
at least his aggression.
He's gonna be less aggressive. He's gonna Seung-woo-Choi. I don't think so. I mean, not even close. I'm pretty sure.
I think if he can overwhelm Choi early, then he can secure a knockout.
That's pretty much the only way this could possibly go. How does Choi like? I mean, you gotta imagine
he
that.
He has a good striking defense.
Does he really?
According to my notes.
See that?
No.
Okay, right there. That's his last fight. Steve Garcia knocked him out in a minute and 36 seconds.
Oh yeah.
Fight two fights before that. First round was just about to end, and then all of a sudden Triziano knocked him out. He did take Holobaugh, who actually I always thought was overrated, to a split decision. He was subbed by Alex Caceres, which is pathetic. He knocked out Julian Rosa, but that was many years ago. That was 4 years ago.
God, my account got suspended.
For what account?
I don't know. It's okay. It's not important.
Damn. Your account got suspended.
I'll get it back.
Which account?
I don't know.
Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, fucking.
You think I use apps?
How do we meet again? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
On an app.
Not on an app. Yeah.
No, definitely on an app.
No, not on an app for sure. Definitely not on an app. But
You're on all the apps.
No, man.
Yeah.
Not shit. I mean, like I haven't been. Next fight. Try it. Come on, you got this. This dude's amazing.
Diyar Nurgozhay.
Yes. Diyar Nurgozhay.
Diyar Nurgozhay versus Brendson Ribeiro.
Yeah. Okay, so this fight.
Also, wait, hold on.
Here, that's a long line.
Scroll down.
Yes.
Who did I say was gonna win?
You picked Choi against Kevin Vallejos.
Choi's hotter.
Really?
Yeah. Wait, what? Look at him.
Oh yeah.
That's the other reason why.
That makes me so happy that he's. I mean, yeah.
With those abs.
I mean, Yo, you know what's gonna
Great
be,
picture.
you know what's gonna be funny?
What?
Tomorrow, yeah, shit. This is a late prediction video. You know what's gonna be funny tomorrow?
What?
When I'm like, how hot's your fucking boy now? When he's flatlined, foaming at the mouth, eyes open,
Oh my
dead
God.
on the ground. Alright.
He'll be fine.
I mean, yeah.
He's gonna win,
Eventually he'll be fine after, like, traction and, you know, I mean, the coma.
You know what's gonna be really hot? When Vallejo dies. In the
Vallejos.
fight. Vallejos.
Yo, speaking of shadow banning, this could be flagged for something.
For me saying dying?
No.
Okay.
No, unless they're really watching me, like, you know, looking for anything, or using their,
They might be.
yeah.
Yeah, you're on the list. Are we talking about this now? Yeah.
What?
Nurgozhay?
Alright, yeah, so say it again, because
Diyar Nurgozhay versus Brendson Ribeiro.
it's Brendson, Ribeiro.
Bren
Not that it matters.
Brendson Ribeiro.
The reason that it doesn't matter is because...
Brazil and Kazakhstan.
Yeah, Brendson Ribeiro. Brendson Ribeiro is another mediocre fighter who basically, I mean, he won a, like, point fighting, like, horribly boring fight against Caio Machado, who bizarrely went down from heavyweight. Before that, he lost the majority decision to, what's his name? Oh, yeah, Magomed.
Say that.
Magomed Gadzhiev.
Oh, he's from Bahrain.
Yeah, Magomed
Very
Gadzhiev.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, he barely beat Brendson Ribeiro, which was annoying, but he still, I mean, he got it, and I had him in that fight.
He lost to him. I see.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah, Zhang Mingyang knocked out Brendson
Jesus,
Ribeiro in
that
his first
jaw.
fight. Yeah, true that. Yeah, basically, Brendson Ribeiro, you know, once he got to the UFC off of a typical, like, contender series, like, coming in hot, and then, like, he gets checked, fraud checked, if you will, in the actual
What's
octagon. Fraud check is when somebody has a lot of hype on them, and then, you know, then they show up in the actual octagon, which is patented by the UFC, or the UFC owns a patent on it.
Yeah.
And, and they get humbled and exposed for not being the fighter that everyone hyped them up as. I don't see that happening with Diyar. I think Diyar is a... That would be this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, look at that. Yo.
Oh, Diyar, yes. Yeah.
Yo, which one of them's more attractive, though? I mean...
Go back.
So, see, like, what Aisha has established because of her choice of Choi versus Kevin Vallejos, she's arguing what a lot of people argue about WMMA, which is, like, bet on the uglier one. Like, yeah, I mean, except...
Yeah, but I bet on the more attractive one.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that, like, because Vallejos is going to win, there may be a correlation to, I mean...
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Like, I mean, I don't know, like, which one do you, like, look at Diyar?
Diyar. I picked Diyar. For a knockout.
But who's more
By round
attractive?
2.
Who's more attractive, then? Diyar's obviously Diyar's gonna win by knockout very much. Like,
Yeah, by knockout, yeah.
So, absolutely.
Yeah. I think he has better, he's, like, undefeated. He's killing it right now. He's gonna finish. He's gonna finish him.
Definitely. Absolutely.
And stand solidarity.
What? Solidarity?
Yeah, with the stands. Kazakhstan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, word. Okay. Next fight.
Blackshear versus Cody Gibson.
Okay. So, Blackshear, I was excited to see him get knocked out.
Bantamweight. Sounds cooler.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, bantamweight. No.
Yeah, okay.
It's not a question of, well,
if I was an announcer.
Shut the fuck up. Yo, so, alright, so, yeah, Blackshear knocked him, Damon Jackson knocked Blackshear out in, like, 14 seconds or 19 seconds. But since then, Blackshear came back, submitted Cody Stamen. Blackshear is primarily a wrestler. So is Cody Gibson, honestly. The thing with Cody Gibson, although I had him in his last fight, which he won against Chad Analiger, who's a Canadian man, which is like, just don't take those bets. But he submitted Brian.
Canadian man?
Like a man from Canada.
Yeah.
It's like impossible. But Damon Blackshear is gonna definitely be Cody Gibson. He's gonna this is Cody Gibson. It's hard to know what to make of Cody Gibson. I mean, he's big for the division. Damon Blackshear is the same height though. Cody Gibson is he's just not the fighter that Blackshear is. He's also 37. Blackshear is 30 years old, and Damon Blackshear has he will take you down and submit you the second he can, if it's possible. Which is something that not Damon Jackson.
Is it Damon?
No, Damon Blackshear. Yeah, it was Montel Jackson. Jesus, Montel Jackson knocked him out. Damon Jackson is white and featherweight. Montel Jackson had to have watched enough tape on Damon Blackshear to know that if he didn't knock him out early, it would be a wrestling match that he couldn't win. Despite that knockout,
agreed.
Yeah, Damon Blackshear just this is open and shot. I'm pretty sure.
I agree.
All right.
I think he's gonna win by submission.
Yeah, Cody Gibson. I hate Cody Gibson.
By round 2.
By round 2. Yeah, you should make its apology.
What's up?
Apology is a website where little children play games where they pick who they think is gonna win by and how and what round, and it's adorable.
I'm not doing that.
No, I'm joking. Like everybody does it. Everyone on MMA YouTube and a bunch of other people. But
do you?
Yeah.
Adorable.
Word. Alright. Next fight.
How many fights are left? Jesus Christ. Alexander Hernandez versus Kurt Holobaugh.
Yeah, so I don't like Alexander Hernandez. It's actually not hard for me to say why. Like, I don't like the way he fights. I don't like his face. I don't like the way, anything about him. Like, he's very, he's just kind of a piece of shit. But, also, I had his opponent. His last 2 fights, I had his opponent.
So you're picking the other guy?
Yeah, Kurt Holobaugh, but and Kurt Holobaugh is trash as well. But the thing is, Hernandez. This is at lightweight, right? Yeah. What I don't like is that Hernandez has done better at lightweight than featherweight. He's alternated a lot. He fought Damon Jackson. I had Jackson. That was a split decision win. He lost to Bill Aljo. Billy Quarantillo knocked him out, but he beat Jim Miller at lightweight. He got won by split decision against Austin Hubbard, who I think was debuting in his last fight. He's a lot younger than Kurt Holobaugh, which is odd because, well, it's not odd actually. Kurt Holobaugh just took forever to get signed by the UFC, but
how old is he?
32.
And the other?
38. But the thing is that
Hernandez is 38?
No, Holobaugh is.
38.
See, Holobaugh though did submit Austin Hubbard, who took Hernandez to a split decision. His only loss in the UFC is to Trey Ogden. He beat what's his name, Kanan Krzyzewski in his last fight, which Kurt Holobaugh is capable of submitting Hernandez. I think he's gonna have to get him to the ground. He does have a size advantage, which is probably gonna help with that. I know that Hernandez is gonna come out and strike. He's gonna strike a lot. He's gonna try to grab him. He's probably gonna try to pin him to the cage, or just overwhelm him with strikes. But honestly, there's no reason Holobaugh should lose this fight. Hernandez, he gets Hernandez to the ground, he finds a submission. I don't like Alexander Hernandez. Like he's one of maybe
You sound
like
a little
2 fighters.
biased.
Yeah, no, of course. But I mean, it's also just like, you know, I mean, try to see the fight play out in your head. The way that Hernandez fights is like his cardio. He has really good cardio for like a couple of rounds. Like even he could win 2 rounds against Holobaugh and then gas out, and then Holobaugh takes him to the ground and submits him. It could go like, I mean, it's like, and also like betting on Hernandez is it's never smart. He has a kind of frantic and inconsistent style that is he's just irritating to watch fight. Honestly, you'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen many fights. I said Hernandez.
Really?
Yes. By unanimous decision. I said
That's the only way he wins.
Because I think he has a striking advantage. He's also younger, and I agree with you that Holobaugh could win if he gets him to the
ground.
If he gets him to the ground.
The thing is, like, age can be significant a lot of the time. Depending on individual fighters, but. Jesus. Why did I put P's in it?
I don't know. Just pick another one.
No.
Got so many.
No, I'm gonna force the make shit work for you, Yeah, so, hey. Actually.
Okay. Chitty bang bang.
Yeah.
Chitty Njokuani versus Jesus
Not that
fucking
hard.
Christ. Elizu Zaleski dos Santos.
Nice.
USA versus Brazil.
I mean, of all the fights rather, where it's been the U.S. versus Brazil, kind of, I mean, this is just all, Dos Santos is amazing. Dos Santos is actually, like, really fun to watch fight. He used to be one of my favorite fighters.
Cool.
Still kind of is. He knocked out Sean Strickland back when Strickland was a welterweight, but, he's got, he throws to, like, knock people out, and I mean, he's gotten older, but he fought Randy Brown last June, and like that was such a close fight. That was crazy. Like, I thought Randy Brown was gonna finish him like before the fight. Yeah. Your friend wants your friend there, so I should come to her birthday.
Adore him.
I don't know. Yeah, people just adore me, I guess. Zach Scroggin got knocked out by Dos Santos in his last fight, which that was on Magny Process. He tore that guy apart. Chidi has always been overrated as far as I'm concerned. He's on.
It's a funny joke.
Do it again.
Chitty.
Yeah, he's probably gonna get knocked out. almost certainly. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said unanimous.
He beat Jared Gooden, who's terrible, who got submitted by Michael Chiesa in his last fight by decision. He eked out a split decision win against Reese McKee. Before that, he was getting knocked out by Oleksiejczuk. Was that a welterweight though, or middleweight? It doesn't matter. Gregory. Oh yeah. He used to fight at middleweight and just get slumped by people like Gregory Rodriguez, who just lost in the main event. Couple or 3 cards back. He had a good run coming into the UFC. He did knock out Marc-Andre Barrios, but he just hasn't looked good since going down to welterweight. I don't know why he did. I think Dos Santos probably finishes him, to be honest. Dos Santos is coming off a first round knockout against not the greatest of opponents, but still, he's shorter, but he comes like the way he strikes is really really aggressively.
Yep.
And I mean, yeah. I would like to see a spinning back kick knockout like Mauricio Ruffy did to his lord, the King Bobby Green, which was that was.
I haven't seen that. That'd be cool.
You haven't seen that?
No. Well,
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
No, that was like last Saturday though. Remember you were like,
Yeah, but I missed most of the fights last Saturday.
oh, yeah, 'cause you were watching like.
I was at a wrestling match.
A gay wrestling
Like an
match.
actual wrestling match.
Like an actual wrestling match.
Like a
gay WWE.
Like a WWE spin-off. It was really
Wow.
fun.
That's
Anyway, I agree
unbelievable.
with you, Dos Santos, but I don't think he's gonna knock. You said knockout, right?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a unanimous.
Yeah, it could
decision.
be. It could be.
Um,
Either way, he wins.
but I
for
agree
sure.
with you.
He's probably a lock. Yeah.
If Chitty Chitty Bang Bang stays close to him, then I think he can figure out a knockout. But
You think Chidi is going to knock out Dos Santos?
if he stays close,
Do you
stays
do you want
close.
to please bet me?
No,
Please.
I don't bet. I'm just doing this for fun.
You did bet. You
Because
bet
I
me
like-
yesterday. And
But
you lost.
about not this.
True that. Yeah.
I'm not taking you on this. You're kind of the expert.
You heard that, right? So, all right. Main event
Main event.
is
Marvin Vettori versus Roman
Dolidze.
Dolidze.
All right.
You
So
want me to say it again?
yeah, for the timestamps.
Marvin Vettori versus Roman Dolidze.
Yeah, see what a lot of people do when they watch prediction videos. I've learned is that
I just jump.
they'll go from video to video and just go to. It's like, oh, what does this guy think about this
Yeah.
fight? So yeah, it's Yeah, so in that first fight, Marvin Vettori won. I'm gonna take Vettori. I think I mean, the way that Vettori fights pisses a lot of people off because, aside from 2 submissions way back, including his first fight in 2016 in the UFC, and then against Carl Robertson, who's like a nothing opponent. Vettori's wins have come by decision. Roman Dolidze has looked weird, weirdly inconsistent. I mean, he did, he took Imavov to a majority decision loss. I mean, Dolidze lost. But, that was a somewhat impressive performance. When he finished Kevin Holland, that had as much to do with, Kevin Holland trying to squirrel out of being of Dolidze being in his guard and twisting himself in a way where Dolidze coming down and broke his rib, as anything Dolidze did. Although Dolidze did take Kevin Holland down the first round, but Holland's looked worse and worse with every fight. And if I reference something, if I asked you if you knew what a 45-70 was, though, no.
No, what's up?
It's a at this point it's a meme that's even out of circulation, but it's a round for Kevin Holland likes feminine rounds for his guns. Yeah. Yeah. So what that has to do with this fight is that Roman Dolidze finished Kevin Holland, but that's not particularly impressive,
I also said Vettori.
What do you got?
I said unanimous decision, and I think that the only way Dolidze could win is if he locks the submission.
So yeah, Marvin Vettori is unlikely to be submitted. In their first fight, it was an unclear. I mean, not an unclear. It was basically. I mean, it was Dolidze basically. Just being outstruck and and overwhelmed. Dolidze does not have the best gas tank. He and I mean, he's durable, but he also he tends to, like, he tends to get tired and go for the clinch. What's wrong? Jesus Christ. Alright, so look, Marvin Vettori is probably gonna win the same way he won the first fight. I mean, as much as, like, Dolidze has fought more since their first fight, it's, it just doesn't, like, I mean, he fought Anthony Smith and beat him up a weight class just by, I mean, both of them looked like shit, and, like, Dolidze just, more or less, Dolidze more or less just outstruck Anthony Smith. Kevin Holland fight was, it was basically a doctor stoppage after Kevin Holland broke his rib trying to scramble out of, Dolidze being in top control. Dolidze did get the takedown, but he's not gonna take Marvin Vettori down. He shot one takedown in their first fight, and Vettori stuffed it. Vettori's more durable. He's harder to, he's just harder to impose on, and I mean, people talk about the inactivity or whatever, but I mean, it just doesn't really matter. That people act like inactivity, means that he hasn't trained for this fight, let alone like been training. I mean, he's had injuries. That is one concerning thing, but I mean, the injuries he's had are not. They're not career-ending. What are Marvin Vettori's injuries? I should know this. Yeah.
Sure.
Should I?
Yeah.
You're trying to say that?
Shoulder injury.
Yeah.
That's kind of bad.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, fighter's injury. I mean, Oleg Sejcik broke his arm and
been in Miami. Big booty Latinas. That's what I've been up to.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, Marvin Vettori. Yeah, he
sounds like a.
Yeah, he's a Chad.
Sounds like a
he's
badass.
a Chad. He's a northern Italian Chad, which like normally would mean that he was gay, but I say that as a Sicilian. But in the case of Marvin Vettori, like he despite his website Italian Dream Apparel, like the evidence for his sexuality being in question piling up, I'm gonna say he still wins this fight by heterosexual unanimous decision. Honestly, there are clear locks on this card, so
you guys should go with what Juliana said and not me.
I mean,
although
honestly,
I did research.
Honestly, like, there's two fights that I think you disagree with me on that are arguably, like, if I'm wrong about any fights on this card, it'll be Luciano versus Sam Hughes, and I'm taking Luciano, and Alexander Hernandez versus Kurt Holobaugh. I'm taking Kurt Holobaugh. But anyway, all right. From bottom up, Duben beats Carli Judice. Josiane Nunes beats Priscila Chachoeira. Andre Lima beats Daniel Barez. Stephanie Luciano beats Sam Hughes. I think Josias Musasa beats Carlos Vera. Seung-woo beats AJ Cunningham. Ryan Spann issues rough justice to Waldo Cortes-Acosta. Kevin Vallejos destroys Woo-Choi.
My hot man. I'll be kind of sad.
He looks like fucking.
I like his body, man.
Diyar beats Brendson Ribeiro.
Yeah, stands.
Blackshear versus Cody Gibson beats Cody Gibson.
Yep.
Kurt Holobaugh beats Alexander Hernandez probably. Dos Santos beats
Shitty bang bang.
Marvin Vettori beats Roman Dolidze. Alright, done. Betting advice video is going to be fucking rushed probably, but not rushed at the same time because I already know who the locks are. Peace.